Everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Mike Learns Poker. Welcome to your weekly deep dive. So today, what I'm going to do is, I have a sneaking suspicion about an aspect of my game that I need to tighten up, and it's that I think I'm folding too much in certain spots, especially on the turn and the river. So I've tagged 5 hands. I haven't looked at them yet, but where I either folded the turn or the river. Some of them with pretty big hands, some of them with a lot of equity, but not a made hand. And I just want to walk through them and see if we can get to a perspective on whether or not I'm folding too much. All right, let's get into it. Okay, hand one. Ace jack offsuit on the button. Beautiful. We get a limp from under the gun. For those of you who are newer to poker, don't do this. Don't limp, especially from early position. Just don't do it. It's such a weak play. You're just going to get blown off your hand. You're just going to bleed chips. It's so stupid. I hate watching people do it. All right, so the limp, I can't really do anything in GTO Wizard to show that action. But what I will do against a limp with a good hand when I raise is I'm adding one big blind to my raise. So you'll see here I'm supposed to raise 2.3. I actually raise like 3.5 probably. And that's just to force this person to play with a shitty hand out of position for extra cost, and to force other people who want to play the hand to pay a little bit more too, since there's more chips in the pot. All right, so I raise big blind now. 3 bets big. They bet large, 12.5 on my 3.5, and now the limper's out. They're gonna fold. And we are not going anywhere. We actually, you can see here, we can jam a lot of the time. There's no way I'm doing that, especially against a big raise. Person's stats are they're pretty reasonable player. They don't do anything too crazy. So we're in position with an ace. We'll call. The flop's pretty dang good for us. Sim jack 3, 2 clubs. Top pair, top kicker, backdoor straight draw, or backdoor flush draw. Awesome. Big blind. Supposed to do a decent amount of checking. Big blind does not check. They bet. Is that 1/3 of the pot? I can't simulate that in GTO Wizard, but I can simulate 25% pot. Close enough, I guess. Ace jack. See here, I'm never raising, I'm always calling. So I call. They could have aces, they could have kings, they could have queens. Stuff like that. I also don't mind if they're bluffing. All right, now king comes off. That's a shit card for us. They have a lot of king X stuff. That's a terrible card. Now they decide to bet. That's a jam. That's an all-in, putting us all in. Wow. Yeah, GTO Wizard's not going to be. So GTO Wizard's like screaming at us. This is very rarely done. GTO Wizard may be accurate, maybe inaccurate. Yeah. So it wants me to call with any jack. Pretty much. Not any jack, but most of my jacks. Ace jack, 100% call. I don't know what this dude's bluffs are. I don't know what this villain's bluffs are. Ace queen of clubs. That'd be a good bluff. And they're not supposed to do this, but they bet huge with ace queen. I mean, any combo of ace queen, they're betting on the turn. King queen beats us. King jack beats us. Queens beat us. Kings beat us. Aces beat us. Ace king beats us. They hardly ever have pocket sevens, pocket threes. I'm not worried about that. They never have pocket threes. So I'm calling if I think they're on a draw. great. I mean, I don't know how I call this. I don't know. I just think we're beat. I guess they do it. They do some form of betting with ace 10. So ace 10, ace queen. What else? Queen jack. GTO Wizard says they're doing this with queen 10, queen 9. Not this, not all in, but betting. Queen 10, queen 9, queen 8. I just don't see regular players doing this. I folded. Obviously, we're talking about folds. Maybe I'm a total nit. I'm going to ask my coach about this one. I just don't know what their bluffs are. I don't feel like they have enough bluffs to justify a call here. I don't know. I'd love to hear what other people think. Put your thoughts in the comments. Tell me I'm a nit and this is a terrible fold, but I feel like this actually is a reasonable fold. All right, let's do the next one. I have a feeling these are not going to be confidence building reviews today. Okay, so we're about 50 bigs deep again. We raise ace 5 under the gun. Ace 5 is a beautiful hand. And it folds around and the big blind calls. Perfect. We'll take that scenario all day. All day. 7-3-3. Not really a good flop for anybody. Probably better for the big blind than for us. But we do have all the huge hands that raise early. Aces and kings and queens and jacks and tens and nines and eights and big eight and we got some ace 7 suited, stuff like that. So top pair, top kicker. So we're in pretty good shape. Big blind checks. I bet here, and my sizing probably was half pot. And the reason I did that is because this board is not great for us. It's not terrible either, but this was my thought process. I don't know if this is right or not, but this is my thought process. Board not great for us, but we do have range advantage. And I have a backdoor flush draw in a big overcard. So I don't mind if I'm gonna bet. I think I'm gonna size up. Let's see if I did that. I did. I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to. With ace 5 of spades, I'm mostly supposed to bet 1/3 pot or 20%. And my guess on why is because since I do have all the overcards on all the big pairs, that I actually have a massive range advantage here, and I have a nut advantage. I don't have a nut advantage. I have a range advantage. I don't have a nut advantage. Nut advantage meaning I don't have the gigantic hands. I don't have many threes. I don't have 7x very often. I don't have 7-3 ever. Big blind could have those. So I have range advantage, meaning I have better hands overall, more good hands. But I don't have nut advantage. I don't have the massive hands very often. Yeah, okay. And you can see here, like I have, this is an interesting thing you could do. This is an equity chart, and it'll show you who has, of all the hands you could have, who's got the most equity on this flop. And you can see this green line kind of represents all the different hands I could have versus my opponent. And you can see that I have all the equity. I'm way ahead. So you can see down here, I have 60% equity. They have 40. So I'm generally way ahead is the way to read that. So I bet too big. Oops. They call. Out of clubs. Brick. Brick for me. They check again. I think I'm supposed to slow down here. My hand didn't get better. I don't have more equity. I got ace high. If I bet again, I get raised. I'm in hell. So I bet again. Smart. Oh, goodness. And I bet pretty big. Oh, stupid. Stupid on multiple levels. Yeah, you can see here ace five of spades, check. If I have a club, if I have ace five of clubs, I keep betting. Because I have turn more equity, I could get to my flush. Any other combination of ace five, I'm not going to get to a flush, so my equity just got worse. Now we get raised. Awesome. Just exactly what we didn't want to see. Ace five. And now I just have to fold. So I pissed away that hand. Because I might have the best hand still with an ace, but I can't call that bet. So that's not an overfold. It's just me screwing it up on the turn. So, all right. Next. Oh boy. This is me folding a huge hand. Let's see. We are about 60 blinds deep. And we raise out of the hijack with ace jack offsuit. Obvious raise. Big blind calls. 8 king 3. That's a great flop for us. Rainbow. No straights. Low card, Broadway card. Yeah, they could have a 3. They could have an 8. Great. They got to worry about me having all the kings. They check. I'm guessing we bet small and frequently. We never check. We bet small frequently. Okay. So we do. What is that? 25? 25% bet. They call. Okay, no big deal. They could have a lot of stuff we're ahead of. Turn is the ace of spades. Beauty. They're probably going to check again. I think we should be doing some betting for like half pot to 2/3 pot would be my guess. Yep. Actually, we could overbet. So we could go anywhere from half pot to 125% pot. Let's see what I did. Half pot. Okay. Now a raise. What are the raises? Two pair, two pair, two pair. Set of eights. Sneaky raises with ace five, ace four is a bluff. 5-2, 4-2 is a bluff. Two pair, two pair. I don't know, man. I'm surprised I folded. I think I have to call this one time. I think you have to call once. See ace jack. Oh wait, was I looking at the wrong thing? This is their bluffs. What am I doing? Sorry, I botched that one on everybody. No, no, no. That's right. So they raised. And this is our response. Ace jack, call. Just call. Call once. See if they're serious. I folded. Oh no, I didn't. I called. Okay. I'm anticipating me playing way worse than I actually did. um, now what happens? Half pot from the big blind. Nick. Ick, ick, ick. That's not fun. Supposed to call 2/3 of the time or more. This one I can understand the fold. But I don't know, man. Is this like way too nitty? Is this way, way, way too nitty? Am I just getting blown off the best hand? Player stats are that they are, I mean, they're fairly reasonable. They kind of are on the snitty side a little bit. I don't know. Tough. That's a tough one. All right, let's do two more. Two more. I don't know. I'm seeing like the ace five I just played wrong. The eight, I don't know about that last one. I don't, that's just ugh, gross. It's a gross spot. All right, 50 deep again. Cutoff raises us. King 10 offsuit. I like this as a three bet in position. You can call. Because it's just like, it's kind of a crappy hand. So if I can force some folds pre-flop, I'm happy. If I get called, it's not the end of the world. I'm in position with Broadway cards. But it's kind of a semi-bluff raise. You can think of it that way. I get called. 376. Not too much scary stuff there. I'm learning from my coach. The way he describes these spots is the closer you are to the caller, the more you're doing checking because your ranges are very similar. And the further apart you are from the caller, the more betting you can do because you have a stronger range of hands than they do. So in this situation, I should be doing a lot of checking. And GTO Wizard agrees. Look at that. 46%. So King 10 with a 10 of diamonds, I'm guessing, is doing a decent amount of betting though. So with all your diamonds, you're betting. And it's probably because you got two overs in backdoor equity, and that's enough to bet. Yep. And you're betting quarter to half pot. We checked. That was wimpy. Mistake one. This was prior to all my lessons about betting on when you've got backdoor equity. So I'm not surprised that I did that. All right, now the opponent, since we showed weakness, is going to take some initiative, and they bet pretty small. So what's our response with King 10 with a diamond? We can call. We can also do a lot of raising. I just called. And now Rick hits. So I don't have anything. I have King High. They bet again, but kind of small. 25% pot. Weird. Feels to me like somebody begging for a call. You can see here, I never call. I'm either going all in or I'm folding. So yeah, I'm just folding here. So I blew this hand on the flop. The fold is fine here. It was the flop play that I screwed up because they could have had absolute air, and they're just bluffing me off my hand. So better flop play, then you're not in those tougher spots. Plus, if they had anything, they're going to tell me. They're probably not just going to call down the whole way, and I can adjust to their play. All right, last one of the day. 40 bigs deep. Under the gun with ace king. Love it. Get called by the hijack. Okay, fine. 7-6-3 all clubs. Take it. Not bad. Not bad. Am I supposed to start with a bet? No, I'm not. Making a pocket sevens, pocket sixes, pocket threes. I have the king of clubs, which is great. So I only have to worry about the ace of clubs, which they could have. So I'm going to be a little more cautious, probably. Oops, screwed that up. Shouldn't have done that. Let's look. Ace king with the king of clubs. Jack, jack, jack. Ace of clubs, you can bet a little bit more. So, off to a great start. And then I get raised. Don't go anywhere yet. Eight of diamonds. Now I gotta be passive. And see, I'm such a ding dong. So I thought this was going to be all about the decision to fold. It's not at all. It's about the decisions a few streets earlier than that. I put myself in really tough spots with some bad decisions earlier on. All right, they bet half pot. I still can't fold. 2 overs. Flush draw. Do I shove? Ace king with a king of clubs. I could. I can fold. I can fold. But you can see most of your actions are either calling or raising. Kind of like an all in with the king of clubs. I'm sure I just called. Yep. I just called. No help. I have to check again. Now they're going to go all in. And now I hate my life. Ace king. King of clubs, fold, 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 fold. Ace of clubs, call. Ace of clubs, call. Why? I wonder why that's a call half the time. I don't know. All right. Enough of the torture for the week. So we thought we were going to be evaluating folds. We're evaluating dumb decisions that lead to others being able to take more aggressive routes against us, and then we get blown off of big hands. Oh, man. Hard lessons. We'll stop there. See you later.